Topic is fluoride in Austin's water, and you have 3 minutes.
Hi, thank you very much. I've known about the dangers of fluoride for about the last 20 years, but it's always been on the fringe. And just upon my reading and investigating, it seems to be much more mainstream now, and that it's just not safe to put in our water. There's all these secondary reasons, but I think the first reason is that they're proving now that fluoride is effective as topically, but not internally. And I think once you know that, then everything else is sort of a moot point. They keep coming up with more and more research. I think really in the next couple of years they're going to come up with research that's going to prove once and for all that fluoride is really a health hazard to its citizens. And I'm really proud of Austin that you guys are addressing this issue. I know New York and San Diego are 2 other large cities that are doing it as well. I would love it so much if Austin got the fluoride out of the water and just showed this whole country that this spunky little city is going to go, we're going to take care of our citizens.
All right, mate. This is the first time I've spoken to you all. You all look pretty healthy to me, I'm glad to say.
Thank you.
I was blessed to grow up in a country with some of the finest water that ever fell out of the skies, and in fact we could drink it out of streams when I was a child. And it's maybe responsible for the popularity of Scotch whisky throughout the world, which sells quite well in this country, I hasten to add. But I would hypothetically call myself a 13-year-old Texan. I've lived here 13 years, a born-again Texan, and very proud to be. So, as a 13-year-old Texan, I'm having a little bit of trouble understanding why anyone would put fluoride in my drinking water.
Late former Mayor Roy Butler, which appeared in the Austin Citizen, August 19th, 1971. Quote, "For every question raised about fluoride's effectiveness in promoting dental health, there seems to be another question about its ill effects on health in general, and this difference of opinion extends very deeply into the medical profession itself. Where the rights of individuals are involved, regardless of whether they are in the majority or the minority, I am reluctant to overrule those rights, especially when there is no critical requirement for the public health." And, you might also want to keep your eyes on a lawsuit currently going forward in California that addresses the non-FDA approved status of fluorosilicic acid.
The general consensus of the council is to abide by the ADA and CDC recommendations on the fluoridation issue. A few important mentionings from them sticks out and dumbfounds me why it doesn't cause the council to stir in its seats. Fluoride is only predominantly beneficial when applied topically, or don't use fluoridated water in infant formula. And if a benefit for ingesting fluoride existed, it would be for teeth not yet erupted from the gums. So what about the rest of us, the adult majority, drinking this with no purpose? There's a lot of money being wasted on this useless program. I really am surprised not one of you has at least stood up and have recognized this reality. The spirit of Austin does not stop at my doorstep, nor wherever I meet people here. This fluoridation issue with an involvement by the council would be important for the people. It would be the spirit that we all know about. It seems Austin's leaders shouldn't be so quiet about this.
We have a formal demand pending in front of the council which relates to the health warning on the water bills as it relates to the fluoride drug that we are using in our water. So what's shown on the screen right now is the material safety data sheet for the H2SIF6 drug that's being put into our water supply. This was changed in May of this month. And what it does, it puts a warning, a health warning that was not there previously. Can you go to the next slide? And I've handed each one of you guys that, and you've gotten it previously. If you look at this warning, and I don't want to read the whole thing, but let's just look at the major items. Prolonged or repeated overexposure to fluoride compounds may cause fluorosis. Skip down, and it says, defines fluorosis as mottled discoloration of the enamel of the teeth if exposure occurs during enamel formation. if exposure occurs during enamel formation. This is not a warning for workers at the plant or chemical handlers. This is a warning for children. Children aren't working at the plant. This should be a bit alarming to everyone. So this supplier is now putting a warning for children. We are asking, and we're actually demanding, that the City Council put this warning onto the water bill to our end users.